I am painting New York City through eyes of 1,000+ characters. I have developed these characters, but instead of writing novels around them, I've started this journey by painting through their eyes. Here is HB for you. HB is short for Hai Bing. Hai used to be director of a prominent biology institute in China, who had moved with his second wife, who was his erstwhile PhD student, to Houston. Now he was almost blind in one eye, and saw in a blurry way with the other. He was in his 80s and unsure how long he'll live. But despite that, until recently, he used to visit the Big Apple as often as possible. His son had done undergrad in computer sciences from New York. Then he had done PhD close to home in Baylor, and then moved for a failed postdoc to NYU to eventually work for MasterCard as an analyst. And his son used to stay in Brooklyn. HB used to think that his son is asexual or gay because he had never spotted him near a girl, and he was surprised 2 years ago when the son announced that he's marrying an annoying, extremely judgmental and dominant girl who had moved to New York City from Hyderabad, India, who was also an analyst. His son Wenke Bing was nothing like Hai. HB was a disciple of Mao and oddly had fled China, not out of love for America, but he was too red for the mature Deng Xiaoping era, and took up an associate professor position at Rice University in 1989, bringing with him several low-cost approaches to cytology. Hai Bing had become fed up of jokes on his name in Houston and preferred to be called HB or just Mr. Bing. HB was a fan of Impressionism, typing on typewriter instead of ever taking up computers, and smoking cigars against physicians' advice. HB was full of contradictions, and he knew he was wrong when he said that had Comrade Mao lived, he would have transformed hundreds of Chinese cities into the Big Apple. The ones who were actually transforming China were his nemesis, both ideologically and also personally at local level because of HB's ruthless term as director, where he had antagonized a lot of youngsters. He pined for the golden era of China, refusing to see much of its current shine, and used to paint and was still painting his paintings in an impressionistic style, what he used to consider golden era of European paintings. He also preferred Impressionism because now his vision was a bit blurry, almost like an Impressionist painting. New York held a lot of magic for HB, but after he found out that his daughter-in-law had named kitten that she and Wenke had purchased as Chairman Meow, he was furious. HB was not sure if he would make any more trips to the Big Apple. He hated his bitch of a daughter-in-law more than he loved New York City. He was now reconnecting with two kids from his first marriage, who were both older than his second wife. Long phone calls to China. He was also missing Kunming, Yunnan, but he was too old to leave Houston and too old to make peace with the current rulers of Kunming. He was passing his days, end of his life, making impressionistic paintings, oddly, mostly of the Big Apple and not Houston where he was living. Here is New York City through his eyes.